Hello guys, it's David here, and today I'm going to be bringing you some more Runescape. This is the 5th episode of my beginning PvM series, so if you haven't already, I advise you to check out the original episode to see what that's all about if you're new to this series. So this episode I'm going to be going over how to take down General Graardor. Before we really get into that, I'm going to go over my gear setup. So, I'm wearing Bandos helm, chestplate and skirt, along with the War Priest of Armadal gloves and boots. This provides good protection against melee attacks as well as ranged attacks, both of which General Graardor uses. I have a Dragon Rider amulet because it has a decent strength bonus and a prayer bonus as well, which is very useful. I have a weapon. The weapon that I chose to use was a lucky Saradomin Godsword. This is because I happen to have one. Saradomin Godswords are very expensive, but it's very, very useful. Its special ability is to heal you for half the damage that its special attack does. It also restores your prayer points for like 2.5% of the damage that you do as well, so that's very useful. I also have a Shard of Zaros, which you get from Reward of the Quest, Fate of the Gods. This stops monsters inside of the God Wars dungeon being aggressive towards me, which is very useful when trying to get kill counts, as you don't get attacked by everything. In my inventory, I have 2 supersets, which is made up of super attack, super defense, and super strength potions. I have runes to teleport near the God Wars dungeon, and to use as a teleport if I get too low on health for my liking. The rest of my inventory is filled up with sharks, but I did not use prayer potions because of Saradomin's Godsword special attack, but if you aren't using the Saradomin Godsword, you're using something else, then you're going to need to take a couple of prayer potions instead of sharks. You don't actually use that much prayer, and there is an altar inside the room. My Beast of Burden was also filled up with sharks. I had a War Tortoise, but a yak would work very well as well. General Graardor is the first of the God Wars dungeon bosses that I'm going to do. To get into the God Wars dungeon, you need to have 60 strength or agility, and to get into Bandos' part of the dungeon, you need to have 70 strength. Once you've got into Bandos' section of the dungeon, you need to kill 40 of his followers to be able to access General Graardor. Personally, I kill spiritual rangers, but many other people want to kill other things. It doesn't really matter which ones you kill, as long as they're from Bandos' part, and you kill 40 of them. Once you've got 40 kill count, you encounter General Graardor himself. You need to go into his little stronghold bit, and your kill count disappears. So what have I learnt about General Graardor? To start off, I'm talking about normal mode, not hard mode. In hard mode he has special attacks that I don't have to worry about in normal mode. That will probably be for another series that I do a long time in the future, where I go through all the high level bosses rather than all these low level bosses, but yeah. So he has 40,000 health in total. This means that you can take him out really fast, like the Calfight Queen last week had 40,000 health in both of her phases, so that's twice as much health as General Graardor. He mainly attacks with melee, but he can attack with range. His melee attacks do quite a lot more damage than his ranged attacks, but his ranged attacks hit everyone in the room at the same time, so I would advise everyone to be praying melee whenever you're going to go face him. Soul Split if you have it and you feel that you can do a lot of damage to him, but if you can't, then pray melee. Here is some of the loot that you can expect to get at this boss. In 9 kills, I managed to get 278,705 GP worth of loot. This means that I got an average kill amount of about 31,000 GP. So, I think I'm now confident enough at General Graardor to cross him off my list. Next week is going to be Commander Ziliana, which is another of the God Wars bosses. If you enjoyed this episode, then don't forget to leave a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe. I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.